it's time we pour a beer out for our good buddy and pal, Kerbal Space Program 2, because it's dead. Hey, what's up, guys? Much Adventure here. Today, we got some sad news because it looks like our beloved space simulator is dead. There was mass layoffs at Take-Two, which is the company that runs Rockstar. They run, the parent company of Intercept Games, developer of Kerbal Space Program 2. So, lots of layoffs. Apparently, a lot has affected Kerbal Space Program 2 team. So, I've been following this thread, and basically everybody's been saying it's, the writing is on the wall and it is dead. Now, I will say, if we could go back into time, I will say that it's not that I saw this coming, but there was red flags written all over this whole project for me personally. I made a video even back in the day. I mean, if you're really interested, you can go search for it on my channel. But I made a video, and it was basically, so when they announced Kerbal Space Program 2, there was never a mention of early access. And then basically, I don't know, halfway through or kind of like randomly, it honestly seemed completely random that they just all of a sudden announced that, oh, hey, it's early access now. And then that's when it was like, what? And then to me, it was just like, how are you early accessing a sequel of a game? Like, I understand the original Kerbal was like one of the original Steam Greenlight games that got, that had an early access period, but it was an indie developer, right? Obviously, Take-Two has since purchased, however many amalgamations. Take-Two now owns the franchise and Intercept Games. So to me, it's like you have a publisher who's making games like Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like the team, obviously Grand Theft Auto rakes the money in, but I mean, this is a multi-billion-dollar company that's publicly traded on the stock market. So for a company that gigantic and massive to all of a sudden release an early access of a sequel, to me, it stunk. It had garbage written all over it. And now we can see that. And then, anyways, fast forward to actually the game launched, early access. I played it, and it was, I have a fairly new PC with like a NVIDIA 360, I think. Not the greatest, but not awful by any means. And I was getting like, I don't even know, like 15 frames a second. It was horrible. It was horrible. There was no content. The whole point of Kerbal 2 to me was interstellar travel, creating these giant interstellar traveling ships, and then going to an entirely new system, with new gravity and new bodies. There was that planet they showed off that had like two bodies that were going around each other. There was a ton of cool stuff. And now it looks like we'll never get to see it. So anyways, let's get into this layoff situation now. The dang shame. And then stupid me, so I returned the game, right? Because Steam, you can return it after 2 hours or so. I'm like, this is so half-baked. I just have to return it. I returned it, and then stupidly, the last, I think it was the spring sale. I'm like, you know what? I think I'll make some videos of the game again. Finally, no, we're not doing that because I don't know. Anyways, I'm still gonna follow the game, and I mean, I can't return it now because I bought it twice. So silly me, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you, right? Okay, so this is sad. I'm sad. Been waiting for ages. Let's just get into this. We'll read the Reddit comments. So mass layoffs at Take-Two. Let's see. According to game developer, publisher of the game will continue to support. So this is why it's technically unofficially dead, because the publisher of the game will continue to support Kerbal Space Program 2. But Take-Two wouldn't confirm whether Intercept Games has been impacted by the cuts. Obviously, they have, because I believe the community manager ended up updating his LinkedIn or something to like open for work. So wow. So let's keep going. So the risk I took in this game was badly calculated. Same. I mean, I knew it was coming, and I still did this anyway. So silly. I'd be surprised if T2 backs out at this arbitrary point in time, but somebody maybe make a secure drop in case somebody drops the source code. Like that would ever happen. Could you imagine? Let's see here. Where were you when KSP2 die? I was at work browsing Reddit when Jeb called KSP2 his kill. Don't worry, the dev team just underwent rapid unscheduled disassembly. Yikes. You are affected by Leia. Is this the actual? No. Dean Hall. Didn't that guy make their games? Let's dive into this guy. This is what I'm thinking. This is crazy. What is this? He's like a modder? Like a Kerbal modder? Who am I thinking of? Who's the guy that made PUBG? Isn't that the same name? Anyways. You gave me Daisy. Yeah, look, Dean, you gave me Daisy. It is that guy. What the heck is this guy doing on this random? You're working on a space program game. So the guy you're telling me the guy who made DayZ, a game that I have multiple videos on my channel, is making a space game? What? That's the headline. That should be the headline of this whole video. Are you kidding me? Oh, what? We were actually one of the studios in the final few bidding to make Kerbal Space Program 2 a long time ago. Whoa, that seems weird to me that they would have like a bidding. Like it wasn't the original team that made it. Like they were bidding on who was going to make it. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see this. Wow. We could have had Rocket Works. Oh, Rocket Works is the game? Okay, let's check that out. Instead of Uber. Huh. Icarus and Stationeers. Icarus, I have Icarus. It was okay. Again, you know, it was just okay. I haven't played it in a long time, but it was fun. It was fun. So, man, that's crazy. So the DayZ guy's making Rocket Works? We got to look that up right now, guys. I'm sorry. We got to get into that. Rocket Works. Developers of Stationeers. I've never played Stationeers. I mean, come on. Let's check this out. Or is that the oh, Rocket Works is the name of the company, isn't it? So that's not the game name, that's the company name. Okay, I gotcha. Got it. Let's see if they have that space game though. Let's see. What? No. Crazy. Okay, I'm in for that. I'm in to get disappointed again and again. Just keep disappointing me. Early access, there's so much disappointment. This guy, I'm going to wait for something official, but the evidence seems pretty damning. It's very simple. They belong to a much bigger corporation which expects returns. It's true. To me, it was like, you know, just the floundering. How do you keep that up? You know, how do you even keep that up? The studio was based in Seattle. We have evidence the closure of a studio in Seattle was performed by Take-Two, and we see, I believe, 3 folks who worked on the game posting online regarding being laid off. Could be possible the studio wasn't totally closed and they trimmed the already small staff. As Intercept had another title working on at the same time. Best case, KSP2 is still being worked on. They'll hire more people to create it, but it'll be delayed from this. I don't know, man. Yes, look here. This is an official notice that Take-Two is laying off 70 people in Seattle. Take-Two only has 1 studio in Seattle. Wow. Yeah, see, this guy kind of says what I'm saying, you know. Larger companies, like, it's kind of like an easy out because early access, right? The company's probably like, we're not making returns. We need returns. What can we do? Let's fire it out early access. Let's get our money. And then if it happens to fail or we don't get it updated or we lay the team off or this and that and blah, blah, blah. If that happens, it's early access. So, you know, you can't really blame us because that's kind of what you're signing up for, right? Versus a normal full game. So very interesting. What also is interesting to me is like we're in a time I feel like now where all of these indie games are coming out and they're like storming, you know, they're going crazy for a while. Like you got Helldivers 2, I think, right? You got you know, Pal World. You got all these games that were coming out and making like such a huge I don't know, splash. Because they're so specific, they're so niche, and they're so not about you know, the modern day grinding battle passes and stuff. Although Helldivers did have a battle pass. But it was different. If you played Helldivers, you know what I'm talking about. So it's interesting to me that like during that, you know, during the renaissance, let's say, of those kind of games, A game like Kerbal is just not happening. To me, it's like, maybe it's the coding or something, or like something was just not working. Something was just not working. Those diehard KSP2 defenders who denied reality, must be mauling right now. Hope they learned their lesson about blindly trusting a company. It's true, and I'll show you something, guys. Let me show you something here. He's 100% right, and let me show you my videos. I'm going to show you the likes and the dislikes of my videos, okay? So here we go. So this is my YouTube page. Now you can see here, for the most part, I'm in like the 90s. Oh, I had a little dip there too. When you only get certain amount of likes, anyways, and views, you can't whatever. But I'm anywhere from the 90s, hundreds, whatever, 80, whatever, 90, 95, 100, 90, whatever. It's like most people are generally just hit like and don't hit dislike, right? As you can see here, right? But then we got my video about, look, Kerbal Space Program 2, abandonware in the making, question mark. You know what I'm saying, guys? Look at this. It's like, March 9th. So almost, just over a year ago, I made this video. And now look at the like to dislike ratio. 78 likes, 63 dislikes. I don't blame these people. I don't blame them. They were truly hoping for something, that they wanted. They were wishing, they were hoping. They disliked my video because it was saying something that they didn't want to believe. For you 78 people that liked it, God bless you. But what do you guys think about Kerbal Space Program 2? And what else even is there? I guess there's this new Rocketworks game by the DayZ guy. That is interesting. And otherwise, we have that Juno New Origins game, which is not bad. I've been playing that. Maybe I'll make a video on that. It's like, to me, that's like the only thing that's currently being developed. Well, this is definitely my first and last experience with early access game. Never again. Ridiculous. Anyways, guys, that's the video for today. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Did you see it coming? What's going on here? Anyways, I'm much adventure. You're not. You're my trusting and loyal viewers, and I thank you for your time. And we'll see you guys later. Adios.